So a couple of days ago, the Swiss K31 dropped into Warzone in the Battle Pass, and it's been said that this weapon is supposed to be the Cold War equivalent of the Kar98, but how does it actually compare to the Kar98? Well, that's what we're going to be looking at in today's video, so let's get straight into it. So since we're looking to get the best stats for each weapon, we're going to need to use the build that you're going to be using in Warzone. So here's the build for the Kar98. And here's the build for the K31. The most important attachment for the K31 is the Tiger Team barrel, because I was getting hit markers for days before I put that barrel on. So if you haven't unlocked that attachment yet, you really need to start leveling the weapon up. So the loadouts are out of the way, let's dive straight into the stats. For the bullet velocity, I needed to get some hit markers, so I stood 370 meters away from this car and I shot at it to get the hit marker. And for the bullet velocity on the Kar98, it comes out at about 1033 meters per second, and the K31 comes out at around 950 meters per second. As you can see in the video, the Kar98 hits the target a whole 3 frames faster than the K31 using these loadouts, so that's quite a big difference between the two, and it's a big stat to lose out on in Warzone. So for the rate of fire for both weapons, it was basically negligible, where the Kar98 comes out with 44 rounds per minute and the K31 comes out at 41 rounds per minute. Not much difference, and since you're only firing 5 shots, it's neither here nor there. You're never going to see that 2 or 3 round difference over a minute because you have to reload. Speaking of the reload, the Kar98 does have a much slower reload on it than the K31, so that's one benefit to the K31, I guess. So for the aim down sight time, the Kar98 is 400 milliseconds ADS time, but the K31 comes with the option to have the default scope or a custom one. So when you leave it on the default scope, it gets 500 milliseconds ADS time, and if you put the 4x scope on it, that brings it down to 450 milliseconds. Slightly slower than the Kar98, and as we all know, the Kar is widely used for that ADS time. So it's still pretty strong against the K31, even when you're using the custom scope. The idle sway, because of that stock on the Kar98, the reticle just basically doesn't move, which is a huge advantage in Warzone for a sniper. I mean, look at the K31, that's just insane idle sway. It seems to be the trend for the Cold War snipers that they're all bad for idle sway, so yeah, there's nothing new with this sniper. Finally, for the damage the guns are gonna do, the Kar98 is 1-shot headshots, 2 shots to the body, and 3 shots to the rest of the body. And the K31 is no different, it comes out with 1-shot headshots, 2 shots to the body, and 3 shots anywhere else on the body. No differences here whatsoever. So the guns are very similar in terms of their stats, but in the key areas, certainly the Kar98 has the best advantages with its faster bullet velocity, faster ADS time, and basically no idle sway when you're using that precision stock. Everything that matters for a sniper rifle. So again, the trend continues where the devs release a new sniper that can't compete with the Modern Warfare counterpart. We saw it with the Tundra and we saw it with the ZRG, and to be honest, I don't want them to nerf the SPR or the Kar98 because I love using those weapons. So unless they bring out a sniper that actually outperforms those two Modern Warfare marksman rifles, I'll be sticking with the SPR and the Kar98. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you liked this video and you found it useful, leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Toodaloo!